Hey guys, what's up? Trail Game Vlogs here. I just watched another episode 3, and I am literally in a sense of confusion, shock, and in like a mild what the fuck is going on sense right now. And the reasoning why is because I'm not gonna go through a fucking review, but the whole thing is that if you've seen another, if you've been watching another as it's been simulcasting, I'm watching it actually pretty late. I'm watching it like 1. It came out earlier, like way earlier today. I just didn't get around to it just a few minutes ago. What the fuck just happened? Like in all seriousness, what the fuck just? It's like you have two kind of dead episodes. Like you have an episode introducing the disturbingness, the second episode that kind of pads out everything, and the third episode that kind of reintroduces the same shit to you that you found out at the beginning of the damn anime, and then fucks with you at the end of it. I don't even see the problem with this anime so far. My biggest problem is that none of these characters really stick out to me, except for the chick that seems to be obsessed with the main character. The one, what's her name? Izawa? I don't even fucking know. And I'm like, okay. And then, like, all of a sudden we get to this realization at the end of the episode where it's like, oh, maybe you're the only one who can see me. It's like, wait a minute. Something tells me the whole trick with this shit is that she's not her. Is that her? It doesn't really make sense to me what I'm guessing here, because from what we learned in the third episode, supposedly the girl who died 26 years ago is her cousin. But for whatever reason, she's quote unquote dead too, which makes even less sense. Like, why would you die as soon as the anime starts? And I'm just confused now. It's like, oh, you died that night. And I'm like, so your cousin died 26 years ago and you died at the beginning of the damn anime that night when he ran into you in the fucking... Like, what is going on? and then on top of all of that, this bitch dies getting stabbed through her fucking neck by an umbrella. What? And it's such a what moment because, for one, her character didn't even get to stick out that much. And two, it doesn't explain anything. It's like her death happened so quick. It's just like, I feel like it's almost there for shock value, but I'm still confused as hell. I mean, it's like, okay, so we're gonna just kill her off. And I'm like, it's like, we went through 3 episodes. She was only in 3 episodes. I don't even fucking know her name. It's like she had a cool, I mean, mind you, I like the character design for her kind of character. But it's like, you don't hear, it's like you barely get that much out of her. And she dies in the 3rd damn episode. And I know she dies because in the preview, you see them doing that whole flower on the desk thing to respect the dead shit. What the fuck was... I don't know what to say. I'm just confused. I'm legitimately confused. I'm like, we're 3 episodes in and you've already killed a character? And it's not like other mystery animes where I know shit. No, the only thing I know is about the same damn story. I know the same damn story we knew at the beginning of the first episode. 26 years ago, a girl died. We don't know how she died, but she died. And everyone in her class pretended like she was alive. And then there's another part to the story that no one fucking knows. And it's like, you need to stop fucking with the shit that doesn't exist. And then the Misaki and May's just like, well, technically no one else can see me. What? Is it? I feel like the trap is that if you acknowledge May's existence, everyone around you dies. That's the way this seems to work, because no one seems to acknowledge that she exists, even though that's what everyone else did 26 years ago. I believe that's like the curse. So it's like, when you start believing in things that don't exist, they probably... I am overanalyzing it because I literally just finished watching it like 5 minutes ago. I'm thinking the way this is probably going to work is that if everyone in the school, everyone in that class has the potential ability to see May. That's why their schedules are different from everyone else's, from the other classes in the same grade. It's like, everyone has the potential to see May. But if you ignore May, everything's fine. But if you don't ignore May, other people die? Which makes no sense. How would you know this from previous experiences. Like, I would have expected to hear something about the news, like, oh, there's a lot of kids who died at certain years of school. Like, and that's the only way it makes sense, because I was looking at the comments under the Crunchyroll episode, and they were like, oh, this gotta be some Final Destination type shit. It can't be Final Destination because they didn't even try to hint it. Well, no, yes, they did. They hinted it at the near the beginning, like middle of the episode, with her with the umbrella. So it happened to be the umbrella that kills her, and I'm like, so we're doing Final Destination for no goddamn, for like throwing that into a random, like, this is, I am like, my brain is just like, what the fuck happened? Because it's 3 episodes, we barely have learned anything, and all of a sudden the character's dead. I'm like, okay. You killed one of the characters, like, you killed a character who was like the closest to, like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, oh, we don't tell him the story. And then on top of that, the whole thing about at the end where the dude was like, where he was talking to the dude on the phone, he's like, I'll tell you next month. As if this month holds a special significance, as if this is the anniversary when she died. I don't know, I'm overanalyzing the shit out of it, but it just bugs me. Like, you kill her in episode 3. She didn't even stick around enough to make like her presence well known enough. I mean, the kid who likes to paint, fucked up drawings left more of an impression on me. But it still bugs me, because I'm like, why would you end this on? She's in the ending. Why even put her in the ending if she dies episode 3? I wouldn't even give a shit. Like, I don't know, my brain hurts. I'ma just upload this. Brave 10 comes on tomorrow. That's not really a huge thing. And then I got girls, what is it? Listen to Me, Girls on Your Father. Pokemon isn't subject, so yeah. Pokemon isn't subject, so I'm gonna just leave it off here. But just, does anyone have any theories? Because I'm just confused. I'm just like, what the fuck happened? Like, literally, what happened? Because I felt like I just walked into a what the fuck moment, and I don't know what just happened. So yeah, I'm about done. So lost game from your boy Terrell. Oh man, why did he do this? I mean, I knew it was murder horror, so I knew I was getting into, but just not this kind of random killing. Especially because she died slipping off a fucking flight of stairs and stabbing herself in the neck. It was like, it was kind of telegraphed, especially because they kept zooming in on the fucking umbrella as she was falling. It's like, she's either gonna break her legs or she's gonna, stab herself in the neck. And I'm like, thank you for dying without even doing anything towards the plot. But they're just gonna use her death as a catalyst to move the story along. But anyway, whatever the fuck. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.